Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be giving you my complete Minecraft mace guide on everything that I know and everything that I've learned about how the mace works and what makes it the strongest weapon in the entire game. Now I've learned quite a bit more about the mace. I used to think that you use the mace to hit the ground, like actually hit the ground, and it would launch you up. I had no idea that you wind charge to do that. The mace doesn't do that itself. I didn't know how Wind Burst 3 worked, or how any of, for that matter, any of the enchants worked on the mace. And yeah, I've learned, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything about it, but I pretty much know like some 90% probably of pretty much how the mace works. It's my favorite, so yeah. Catch you later. Alright. So the key to the mace is you need to get as high up as possible, okay, from your target, whether that you're on top of a stack of 1,000 blocks, or you're wind charging up, or you're flying up with your elytra with rockets, and rocketing up and then rocketing down, and at the last minute grabbing your mace and macing your target. And there's all these other kind of stuff. Like in my last Minecraft mace video, I showcased me throwing, of course in creative mode, but I showcased me throwing wind charge potions on a bunch of chickens in a hole, and then a harming potion after it, immediately after it, launching me up. I had a density 5 mace and, you know, macing an Iron Golem. Nothing too extraordinary, but, you know, the aim there was, you know, pretty crazy. That's not what I did. Was not a practical PvP thing. Like, nobody's just gonna make a hole, put a bunch of chickens in it, and just, you know, nobody's just gonna do that. It doesn't work that way. and then go like 400 plus blocks in the sky, and then hit somebody. You don't even need to do that. So basically, you have two principal types of macing. No, and I'm not talking about blocks. You know, like if I'm like, for example, on the top of those blocks. No, you're not doing that. How would you use a wind charge? Because this is what you're going to be using. I will be trying to show elytra and fireworks. That is probably the hardest way to mace, and if you actually learn how to do it, if you're like Wembu or something, I mean, that is the most effective way to mace. Not gonna lie, it's even more daring and unpredictable and effective than wind charging up. The main way people use it is you wind charge like that, but you're wind charge jumping. So you're combining. If you can probably hear my keybinds here, you can hear me pressing two different buttons here. It takes some practice. It didn't take me too much. I'm still not perfect at it. Sometimes I trip up like that. But yeah, the wind charge with your jump. Boom. Wind charge, jump. Well, put it together. See, I messed up there. You gotta perfectly time it. What you want to do from there is apply the mace, and as I said, the objective with the mace, it is the strongest weapon in Minecraft if it can be used and wielded properly, is to get as high up above your target as possible, whether this is a mob or a player. Basically, what it enables you to do is, as you just saw, it enables you to do multiple mace attacks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into creative, and I'm going to show you, compare that with a normal mace. Alright, so here I am with a normal mace. So that was Windburst 3. This is just an absolute normal mace. It has absolutely no enchanting on it, as you can see. This is your conventional mace. So I was able to do multiple attacks with Windburst 3. This is a normal mace. So you can see that's what it does. And as you can see, it took a few hits. That density 5 is doing a lot more damage, right? A lot more. So normal mace is not even comparable in the aspect of strength there. So, whereas to give you an idea, I'm going to use a breach 5. Sorry, density 5. It'll do more than the breach 4. It's doing a lot more damage. So this is basically what you're doing with the mace when it comes to using these. As I said, Windburst 3 is great for getting free extra hits. So if we're talking about somebody who has a totem on, can't type it in here, but if we're talking about somebody who has a totem on and they keep putting on their totem, this is a great way to do it. So if you mace somebody, they don't die, you pop their totem, because you have Windburst 3, you get the free hit. Boom. You get those free hits. Now, if that's a person, that person is dead. Now, this is Iron Golem, obviously, so that was approximately a 3-tap. But yeah. Now, I'm going to be showing you basically what you need to do at this point, how to use it. I've been showing you what these enchants do. Windburst 3 is great for taking out players. It's pretty much imperative. Now, I do need to mention one other thing. You will take fall damage. Boom. I just took fall damage. So if you're high up high up enough, you will take fall damage. So unlike these wind charges, you do them. You mace, but you don't take fall damage. Alright, so now guys, I'm going to start showing you how to really get your aim down with mace. And as I've said a innumerable amount of times, it takes a lot of practice with the mace to get good at aim. And I mess up plenty, even the best macers mess up. Let's jump right in. So here's a little horse right here. You are going to need to time your mace hit right when you're falling down. I'm going to slow this down for y'all. You are going to need to time your mace hit and hit them right before you hit the ground. So you can't do this. Or can you not do this? That's actually, that works. Sorry guys, I tried failing. Really get good at getting that. So there you go. Obviously I attacked too early. If you can practice on mobs, which I definitely suggest, unless of course you can PvP train and, do that. That's a great way to up your mace skill. So there you go. I was attacked too early, and there's the perfect time. So now I'm going to show you how elytra mace, a so-called elytra macing works. So you fly up with your elytra basically as high as you can go, and you aim down with the mace, with the mace in hand. So it is a very, very effective way for doing some crazy as heck mace attacks. So yeah, that is basically how you are going to mace and how I mace that Iron Golem. Now, I can't tell you how difficult it is to actually go about doing this. It is really, really hard. It's a very difficult move to really learn and master. It is not easy at all. Definitely one of the most challenging things one could do in Minecraft. It is crazy. But honestly, that was my first time ever doing that. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this little tutorial video on how to use the mace. It is I say it's a very easy weapon to learn how to use. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like if you can get good with wind charge macing, just kind of start off from there and just kind of learn how to do it in that way, in that capacity, PvP, practice on mobs and such, you can get very, very, very good at it. And maybe even one day, you'll be like Wembu. You'll be able to light your mace. So, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content. Brock out.